It's Tuesday, February 4th. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Profile PR and Strategies. And the question being raised in many circles, including former U.S. trade officials, is whether Donald Trump has simply paused his tariff threat on Canada, or maybe he actually has turned tail because of Justin Trudeau's vow of counter tariffs, and that the appointment of a so-called border czar is just a way for Trump to claim victory. Canada's ambassador to the UN, Bob Rae, striking a nerve as well, igniting anger among the Trumpian crowd, telling Fox News that Canada's concessions were actually minor, as much of what the Prime Minister committed to was already announced weeks ago. Well, so much for the notion that lower interest rates would likely spur home buying. Didn't happen in Calgary last month, where sales were actually down 12% from a year back, with listings ahead by 36%. The city's benchmark price little changed to $583,000. Updated daily, it's Canada's Business Beat on Twitter, Blue Sky, and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Sponsored by Profile PR and Strategies, empowering business to tell their stories with expert media training, profile building, crisis management, and much more at profilepr.ca. One less chartered bank in Canada now that the National Bank has officially completed its deal to acquire Edmonton-based Canadian Western. The closure of that takeover, first announced last summer, clearing the way for integration. If you notice the price of world oil taking a hit, look no further than Donald Trump again. Those in the know blaming U.S. tariffs of 10% against China, Beijing announcing plans for an equal counter tariff on U.S. goods. The almighty dollar front and center in a contract squabble at the BC Law Society. Unionized workers there threatening strike action within days if mediation efforts on Wednesday failed to get a deal. And rising costs still a major factor for the construction sector. StatsCan reporting that in the final quarter of last year, both home and non-residential building was another 0.8% more expensive. And that will do it for your Tuesday, the 4th. Thank you for listening. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Profile PR and Strategies.